Hey guys, here's your boy David Zilla, and I'm going to take you through this for the first time. The first time I'm doing this behind the perfect playlist breakdown. I hope you'll enjoy this period that I'm going to have with you. So, perfect playlist is basically a combination of CCM tracks, contemporary Christian music, which you know the vibes. You'll feel some hip hops genre, you'll feel some rock genre, you'll feel some R&B, you'll feel some pop, you'll feel some soul, etc. on the same CCM, same contemporary Christian music vibes. And you know the vibes when you listen to perfect playlist. And if you haven't noticed about perfect playlist, I normally arrange my songs in a descending order. Like my intention is to change your mood. I want to change your mood from dancing and then to a little bit of worship. If you're very keen, you will notice that shift in the mood. Like you start with dancing, and then when you get to the end, you end with something that uh, gets you to a point where you might go to your knees. That's good to help you out. uh-huh. And then what are some of the importances of this playlist? Is one, to introduce you to new artists. I know a lot of people don't know this CCM artist. You'll find that there is a very good artist out there. You'll find that he like having less than 500 subscribers. So the main reason of me making this playlist is also to introduce you to these new artists. There are very many talents God has provided to artists, but probably I can't blame people, but maybe they are not known by many people. So I took that as an opportunity for myself to help people to get familiar with these artists, and also they get to understand what God has put in their hearts. And also too is to encourage you to continue in the walk of faith, because the music that I put in the playlist, they carry a lot of weight and they help out. Even they help me a lot in moments when I'm going through tough times, and I meet God through this playlist. And also another one is to promote artists. I really want to I know when someone gets to play this playlist, yeah, he or she will identify an artist that they would like to go further and look for more of their tracks. And then next, I will learn to also entertain you. I just don't want to give you a playlist that you love to listen to the word of God and you miss some part of entertainment. I want you to enjoy the playlist. And then another part is to give you hope. More than I would also love to share tracks from other Christian artists who make music, but the music doesn't really point you to Christ, but it also helps you to reflect on life and also helps you to understand how life is. For example, in Perfect Playlist Volume 14, I put this track called "Movies" by John Michael Howell. The track that where he says that how I'm older, I'm understanding that how I'm getting older, I can stand in the middle of my victories and my mistakes and see how the story unfolds. So if you see an artist like that, he tells you something that helps you to reflect also on your life. So that's basically all about the perfect playlist. And then let me go straight to pick some random songs out of this perfect playlist for volume 17. I'm going to talk about it because it's a voluminous playlist. It has 57 songs, as you have seen. It's going to be, but the 57 songs are very powerful. I've listened to them for quite some time, for the last probably 2 months. Really, they've really been helping me throughout this journey, and I'm glad to talk to you about it. I'm just going to narrow down to some few tracks that have blessed me. I'm not going to talk much about them, but just narrow them down. And also will introduce to you to some few artists and also give you some few updates. Uh, First of all, I'm going to talk about the first song I'm going to talk about is "Guide Me" by Mary Love. This song, once it came out, I was so moved by it. The concept where at the hook she says, "Am I too far gone? Have I lost myself? Will you see me? Will you guide me?" The song is she talks about at this point of the hook, he's trying to question whether God will find him at her point of need, and she needs faith, strength, and peace to get through situations that may be pulling her down. And you see there's an interlude where someone shares a memory verse, and it counters the questions she's asking. Not just necessarily counters, but it answers with an encouragement. It's a response to the question the artist poses at the hook. And at the end of the day, I understand that the nature of God does not change. Regardless of the situations we are going through, the nature of God does not change. And then the next track I would like to talk about is the one of Phil J. Phil J. This song really blessed me. The track, the album dropped like 2 weeks ago, and I was listening to the album. I took note of this song by Phil J called "Breathe." Hey, this song, wow! It was really powerful. He goes plain talking about in every verse. It has actually 2 verses. He goes plain and talks about the first part. He talks about tribulations going through in his life, and the second part is also talking about addictions we may be going through in life. But at the end of the day, at the hook, he comes and pauses and says that regardless of the burdens we are going through, we have to take a pause and breathe and realize that God is going to fight for us. He's going to replace our pain with joy. What a powerful song. And then the next song, Hannah Kerr. Hannah Kerr sang this song, Same God. I put this song, this is the remix, but the exact song I put it in Perfect Playlist Volume 13, if you can remember. But the remix also really moved me. I felt that beat and I knew I can add this to fill those melodies in the playlist. So here, actually, Same God is simple as the title. He talks about the nature of God. He values everything and every moment and every situation we are in. He says that the same God who provides for the birds, the same God who makes the sun to rise, who makes the earth to rotate, is the same God who is there for you. Like he's omnipotent, he's omnipresent, and he never changes. He always does everything for the good, and he never wants us to fall down. He remains to be God. And then probably one of the last songs I'm going to talk about is by this guy called Rudkat. I actually just one day I randomly found this track on YouTube, and I was really moved by it. And then I said that next time I'm making a playlist, I have to ensure that I'm putting it there, Lord. So this track by Rudkat called "Think You're Free." This track really moved me. If you watch the video, you will find the concept very fascinating. The guy is trying to run away from God. If you can try to interpret that concept, he's trying to feel like he's free. He wants to be free to do his own things, but at the hook, you see this guy coming back to him and telling him, "You think you are free, trying to live this worldly life, trying to run away from God. You think you are free. At the end of the day, we are not free by trying to run away from God." It's a call for us to remain in the will of God. Whether we feel like we are down, whether we feel like we are low, we should not try to do things in our own way. And God keeps reminding us through His word that we shall know the truth, and it shall set us free. We don't find freedom by running away from Him. We find freedom by sitting at His feet and by doing His will. Also, maybe I'll just mention this. I came across this artist called it's a band. I think it's a band called Kane. This is a new artist discovered by Artist Discovery this month. Really love this track. They did called "People Need People," and you can also check other tracks of theirs. I also added another track of theirs from the album called "Camp Forces" in the playlist. Then there is also Stephen Stanley's track. I'll not talk more about it, but you can also check more about Stephen Stanley. He's really talented guy. You can see also he does some few covers of songs. You can also see them on either on TikTok, and you can also see them on YouTube. There's also this artist called Ahi. I don't know whether you can call him I or AHI. this track called Danger. This guy, I discovered him from this lady called Laura Diagot. She featured him in the track called what's the name of this track? Hold On To Me. Yeah, that's why I discovered this guy, and the vocals, and they were so powerful, and I felt it was so good for me to introduce her in this playlist. Also another track by Elevation Rhythm, and this track was so amazing. They featured Joe Albanese. Yeah, most of you people know this Maverick City. You will find this guy there, and they did a good job featuring him there. The song was so powerful, like it has really been moving in my life throughout this season. Like there are so many things, the simple things, as the things that we can't buy, and the things that are very important in this life are the things that we can't buy, like love, like faith, like hope. You can't buy with money. Also another track from one of my favorites, CM artist called Brandon Murphy, Better Kings. We will try as much as possible to be kings in our own mind, but there's no better king like God. It was a very powerful track. Now finalizing my new artist discovery of the month were Nona and Kane. Nona is a band I just discovered last month. Also Kane I discovered a few weeks ago. And my favorite song, hands down, I would say Guide Me by Mary Love. So I think I'm done with what I'm supposed to do. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you would like me to share more of this, please subscribe and also share with your friends. Thank you very much. I hope this playlist will bless you, and I hope you have a good time. Stay blessed. Thank you.